Minefields changed dramatically in Flames of War version 4, becoming round rather than rectangular. Team Yankee also uses round minefields. Here are some rectangular minefields I made previously, using 3mm MDF cut to 8" by 2", textured and flocked. But I need new ones now and I'm going to build them. In version 4, minefields are a token that's placed, and any unit passing within 2 inches or 5 cm of it rolls to be hit. If we want to make a marker that represents the minefield, we need a round base for it. Luckily, CDs and DVDs are the right shape and size, so I'm going to use those. These are some old CDs I've already prepared. To get them to this stage, I gave them a rough sand with coarse sandpaper to score the surface and help the texture material adhere properly. Then I simply gave them a coat of watered down DAS modelling clay. I use this for texturing terrain and bases. Just mix DAS modelling clay with water in a container until it's nice and gloopy. Then I just add it with a popsicle stick and wait for it to dry. I textured mine a bit more by sprinkling Woodland Scenic's fine railway ballast onto the wet clay mixture. You can do this using sand if you don't have ballast. Now that these textured minefields are dry, I'm going to give them a spray of primer. I have some leftover Army Painter spray primer from another project, so I'm going to use that. Once this is dry, I'm going to paint the bases using artist's acrylic. Here is the undercoated product. The minefield token goes in the middle, and the rest of the CD base represents the extent of the minefield. I need these for an upcoming Team Yankee tournament. If you have some old CDs lying around, maybe you can have a go at making some of these. I've kept mine simple and flat to make them easy to transport, but you could add barbed wire borders, or cut something circular and press it into the clay to represent mines, or maybe even add a warning sign with a skull and crossbones. Your imagination is the only limit here. So let's have a quick look at the minefield rules. They're essentially the same for Flames version 4 and Team Yankee. Some lists allow you to buy minefields, while other units like engineers can sometimes lay them. You can also get access to minefields in some scenarios or missions. In Team Yankee, some artillery units can fire scatterable minefields during the game. Minefields are indicated using a minefield token, and any unit passing within 2 inches or 5 centimeters of the minefield token might hit a mine. Our CD markers show the area of effect of the minefield. In Team Yankee, a unit trying to cross a minefield must succeed a courage test to enter the minefield. If it fails, the unit halts outside the minefield. This rule doesn't apply in Flames of War. The team crossing the minefield rolls a die against their skill or their tactics rating if that's different. If they succeed, they pass safely. Otherwise, they hit a mine. Mines have an anti-tank of 5 and firepower 1+. Tank teams take an armour save against their top armour. Other teams make a normal infantry or gun save. Tank teams that are bailed out or destroyed halt in the middle of the minefield. Otherwise, surviving attacked teams continue their movement. Units which took a hit from the minefield will be pinned down when they finish moving. Minefields can be cleared. Unit leaders who are not pinned down can issue a mine clearing order as a movement order instead of moving in their movement step. Then any infantry teams, or any tank teams fitted with mine clearing devices, may immediately remove a minefield within 2 inches or 5 centimeters instead of moving. To be able to remove the minefield, the units attempting to clear it must have moved into it in a previous turn. You can't try and remove a minefield unless you enter it first. Units that attempt to enter a minefield cannot move, shoot or assault that turn and are considered to have moved. So just a quick review. Minefields are indicated on the table using a token. Units that pass within 2 inches or 5 centimeters must pass a skill or tactics test to avoid striking a mine. Mines are anti-tank 5 with a 1+ firepower. Infantry and gun teams save as normal. Tank teams take an armour save against their top armour. Bailed or destroyed teams remain in the minefield. Otherwise they continue their move, ending up pinned down. Minefields can be removed by issuing a movement order in the movement step instead of moving. Units must have entered the minefield in a previous turn to clear it. They then can't move, shoot or assault. So that's the rules for minefields. They're a great way to slow the enemy down or channel him into your killing ground. The CD markers are easy to build, so maybe give them a go.